Probably after our what do you call financial this one after 1990, let us say the total concept of restricted economy. When that changed, a lot of materials from abroad came. Otherwise, we used to have only local materials, and whatever was manufactured in India was available to us. Now architects have the range is phenomenal. So now in any aspect you take, whether it is flooring materials, whether it is electrical fittings, whether it is treatment of facades, many things have changed. And architects have got a wider, what do you call, gamut to select materials. Basically, Bangalore was not planned properly right from ages. And now we are waking up to the growth which has been phenomenal, which has been uncontrolled. Therefore, the building activity has been quite a lot compared to the size of the area of Bangalore. But you can't prevent people moving into metropolises and then buildings coming up. So, but architecture-wise, architecture and quantum of building, they are different aspects. Architecture-wise, Bangalore has been a place which people have appreciated because it has given much better buildings than many other places in India. Because one thing is the training in the schools of architecture here, and also there are many architects who have found scope here because of the industrial atmosphere. And whether you see, what happens is earlier towns used to be developing on by the side of transportation, by the side of rivers, by the side of roads. Now again it is now coming to this one where industry develops. So Bangalore saw a boom in industries because of the IT, BT sector and all that. So naturally people started building more. When people started building more, not only local architects, even outside architects started participating. And so Bangalore has got a good from all over the place, good ideas. Therefore Bangalore can boast of many iconic buildings here. Innovation. See, first of all, a material, when it comes, it will be used for whatever your manufacturer specifies. But an architect goes on thinking, why can't I use it elsewhere? So that innovation makes them use it. Okay, now you came up with facade treatments. Now, take for example Aludecor itself. When you started this one, you made only for external facades. And then when the thought came, why can't we use it elsewhere? Then you started using it in interiors. Now you make it so that it can be molded to any shape, so that something else can be done with it. So what happened? Earlier facade treatments used to be with, as I said, available materials, granite, marble and other finishes. Gradually texture finish came. But then commercial buildings, in order to many times I would say replicate Western this one, glazing and ACP came. So, but many times the IT sector thought that their buildings to be iconic have to be replicated with what is there in the Western countries. So glazing and ACP became synonymous with commercial building. But then when we started thinking why not use it here, then various options come in. And then when you know that architects are coming up with some ideas, you also come with this one. Okay, let me come with interior colors, where you give me dark, bright colors, which may not be suitable to outside, but inside it will add color, it will give scope for interior design. Therefore, people are using. So the more you come out with, our ideas also increase. So it's a sort of a, cyclic this one. So you participate, you give some ideas, we give some ideas, we both together come up with something new, that's all. There will be this one that some items reflect commercial nature. Some items don't reflect commercial nature, they reflect residential nature. So some materials are hard, some materials are soft. So there is a perception of a particular material as good for interior use, good for exterior use, good for residential use, good for commercial use, like that. Therefore, you always apply your mind and then discuss with your client. And most of the people, the moment you say, I'll give you ACP cladding, they'll say, oh, it looks like an office building. No. Okay. So that, after, suppose we come up with something new, which does, using ACP, it doesn't give a commercial look, then people also will start appreciating that and using it. But right now, I have not seen much of ACP in residential exterior use. Residential interior use, yes, some places it's possible, yeah. Inculcate a habit of this one in the builders, that my building has to be fire safe. I wouldn't say fireproof, fire safe. So every builder, every person, every architect has to have it in his mind that the buildings have to be fire safe. So fire safety precautions, whichever way it comes, whether it is ACP, whether it is glass or any other material, as long as it is fire retardant, it is always welcome. Design is a combination of all these things: the aesthetics, the quality, the price, and all those things. It's a what you call critical balance of all these things. So, and for each project, you decide how much you spend on this, and there is, if some product can give the same amount of fire resistance with a lesser cost and at the same finish and all that, then you go for what is lesser cost. But if it cannot give, even at a higher cost, you go for that. So each case is decided on various criterion. So if something is available equally good, why do I go for a expensive material? And again, for you marketing people, it also is that when people start using more, you can bring down your price. So it depends on, but sometimes the current tendency in marketing is first bring down the price, give it at a lower price, popularize it, and then have your price. That's what most of the startups are doing. Uber is telling, okay, 8 rupees a kilometer. Why? They want you to make it a habit. Once it becomes a habit, people will start using it. So it depends on you also. Why should I hold back my marketing capability only by sticking to a price? If I can increase my turnover 2 years down the line by making this available at a lower price and beating the competition, why not?